Yes, sir. There is one question in the chat box.
Yeah.
Sir, you mentioned it was called Vajnavadi because it was rich in horses. Were there horses in Kashmir then?
Yes, yes. So like even though the Sindhu River is not flowing through Kashmir Valley, Mahabharata mentioned specifically separately mentioned the rivers, the horses of Kashmira. So it is distinctly mentioned horses of Vanayu breed, which is the western this western Pakistan mountain region, Vanayu horses. Then it mentions Sindhu breed of horses, which I mentioned about. That is this particular Vajnavati region, that is Ladakh, Leh region, where there are horses, Sindhu breed of horses. And that is why in that part the river is called Vajinavadi, rich in Vaji or horses. And Kashmir river, Kashmir horses are separately mentioned as Kashmira breed. The horses of Kashmira, horses of Cambodia are mentioned. Cambodia is another region to the west of Kashmir Valley. The Cambodias were like ruling or a tribe living adjacent to the Kashmiras. So Kashmira, Cambodia, Rishiga, like that, the so many tribes are mentioned together. Cambojas, Rishigas, Kashmiras, Tusharas, all these, and Ladakhas also mentioned. That is Ladakh, and Lohas, that is Leh region. So this entire Jammu Kashmir region is represented by different names like Cambodia, Kashmira, Rishiga, that is little to the north of Kashmir, Kashmir Valley. Rishika is mentioned. To the east of Kashmir, they are mentioned as Ladakha and Loha, that is Leh. And if you go further into the course of Sindhu, we reach the Tibetan region where the Kailas Manasarovar region is there, and that is mentioned in the Mahabharata's Uttaraguru. So the horses in that region is called the horses of Uttaraguru. Uttaraguru also is mentioned. So the one more interesting point, of course, it is part of the Mahabharata, is whenever these expeditions happens, like Arjuna's expedition, Arjuna's military campaign, etc., happens. When he goes to the north, Arjuna will go to the north up to the Sindhu River, and then further the Arjuna is not going northwards, but he is following the channel of channel of Sindhu, and reaching Tibetan region, because in the Arjuna Digvijaya to the north, the last point is mentioned as the Manasaras and etc. So that is the reason, because many other researchers mistakenly think about Arjuna going northward and reaching Central Asia, etc. But the real scenario is that he going north up to the Kashmir, up to the Sindhu River, and then trace the Sindhu River and go slightly in the eastward direction and reaching Kailas Manasarovar region. So there also you can see the channel of the course of Sindhu as a geographically supporting, or the geographically active during the Kurukshetra war period, where some of the expedition take place along that route. And of course, that route is also that is the route along the Sindhu River and its tributaries was actually the connecting with the Silk Route, ancient Silk Route, and all these rivers, that is the northern tributaries of Sindhu, as well as the Sindhu River itself flowing to the Kailas Manasarovar region, were also along those river channels, the Silk Route component, the sub route of Silk Route flows through that. Pass through those region. So a lot of trade happens along this route, connecting with the Indian civilization. So earlier it was this Ṛgvedic civilization, or the Indus Valley Sindhu Saraswati civilization. During the period of Pandavas or Kurukshetra, I identified as a late Ṛgvedic, later to the late Rigveda. And in case of Harappan archaeology, that will be ultimately considered as late Harappan. So in that late Harappan period also, the trade was going on. That is why Arjuna going to the north and getting a lot of riches from that region, because it was highly active in international trade. So a lot of trade goods were flowing through that. That northern region was very rich because of that. And that is why Arjuna is called Dhananjaya, because he has got so many riches from the northern side. And that is also why Kubera or Vaisravana, who is identified as the the Dikpala of the northern side is considered as the richest, the rich as a rich person, Dhanada or Dhana. So both Kubera, who is the lord of north, is called Dhanada, and Arjuna, who went to the northern side, is called Dhananjaya. Because the northern side is the active in terms of sea land trade. Any other questions of different breeds? So actually, in the Mahabharata, the big epic have some verses, slokas, which tells about the different qualities of different breeds, but it is too detailed and specialized. So we have to discuss that as part of a Mahabharata session. So definitely, in quality, there is even colors also mentioned about different breed of horses. And of course, Sindhu breed itself can have multiple colors, but there are certain attributes. So Sindhu breed of also a certain size, etc. Vanayu breed have another kind of size. The speed is different. Other characteristics are different, like it can take heavy weight. So many parameters are mentioned in the Mahabharata for different breeds of horses. The most important breeds are Vanayu, Sindhu, Kashmira, Uttaraguru, then Kamboja, etc. are the important breeds.
Okay, thank you so much everyone for joining us. So let's wind up the session with a Shanti Mantra. Om Lokaah Samastaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaah Samastaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaah Samastaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.